And welcome to the second annual Christmas Pop It, where we talk about Christmas topics. I'm bringing back my old school, new school friends. We got Carrie, my neighbor, the crafty one. We got Tina, the prepared rock star, who gets a bonus point for the decor. I mean, look at that decor. You can't say, brought the A game. And we have my beautiful, intelligent mother, Anne, also on the call.
Oh. I'm curious. I feel like I'm.
Do you disagree with that?
I'm the only outsider, so I think I lost points already.
Carrie was like, I don't know about that. Oh, Lordy. All right. Well, I think we're just going to start it. As you know, Pop It, 5 topics, 30 seconds. Everyone gets 30 seconds for their own opinions, and they're given points based on, do I agree? Is it funny? Is it unique? Whatever. So it's subjective. So if you lose, ho, 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 Merry Holidays, and don't stress about it. So let's start off with, what is your best Christmas traditional song? And I know people were confused on what traditional means, so I'm excited to hear your interpretation. Tina, let's start with you, since you are kind of the teacher's pet tonight, and you did the homework. So what's your best traditional?
Well, you said traditional hymn. So to me, hymn means something a chorus or choir would sing. So I'm going with Oh Holy Night. And I'm going with Oh Holy Night because who doesn't love the drama of that song? It starts real soft and then it builds up all the drama. Fall on your knees. I mean, come on, fall on your knees. Who doesn't want to hear that as like their birthday song? Hello. So yeah, I'm going with Oh Holy Night.
I think a lot of people would love to hear Fall on Your Knees. I don't know about the context, Tina, but certainly the statement. Moving on to Anne, my mother on the chat. What's your favorite traditional hymn/song?
Okay, I clearly wasn't prepared for him because when you said traditional, the first thing that popped in my head, and by the way, I just want to say, I don't want to fall on my knees. They really are crickety these days. And they're but I have to go with my favorite ever, Judy Garland, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. She's the best movie. That's why I wanted to get married in the wintertime. I do want to say I attribute that to my dad. That is your grandpa, Matt, by the way. So taking me to Little Italy. They played the old movies.
That's your time. That's your time. Yeah, well, that's the stopwatch said so. But Judy Garland, I mean, when I think of traditional, I think of Jesus, hymns, Judy Garland. So I think it makes sense. Harry, what about you? Let's talk traditional. What's your traditional?
Judy and Jesus.
I'm going to go with Silent Night. Silent Night literally still will make me cry a little bit at the end. It reminds me of being little, going to church, you know, the whole Christmas thing. It invites Christmas in. You cry Christmas out. It's beautiful. One of my favorites. I just love it.
Yeah, I don't hear a lot of people say that they love to cry during the holiday season, but you do you.
That's right.
I think there's 2 that we didn't mention that I have to mention. Oh, Come, Emmanuel. Talk about drama, like Tina said. I mean, that's a journey. It's a story. And then We Three Kings. When it hits that, oh, star. I mean, it's a bassy tune. So I got to go with that. Let's move on to best cookie. Christmas is known for cookies, pastries, desserts of all kinds. So, Carrie, we're going to hit back to you first.
Okay. Now, I don't know if anyone knows about these or if they call them the same thing, but we called them Hello Dollies. Does anyone know this cookie?
No.
It's got a graham cracker crust, and then it has evaporated milk, walnuts, chocolate chips, and coconut, and it's all this gooey. What do you call them? We call them Hello Dollies.
I don't know what I call them.
Okay, they're awesome.
I know what it is.
Yeah, they're awesome. Now, I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't eat them anymore. But oh my God, I used to make myself sick on those little things. They were so good. You crave them. They're addictive.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I love how most of your argument was spent trying to figure out the name of the cookie. Probably could have squeezed in a few more bullet points about the cookie, but you're like, is that the name of the name? I felt like I was on The Millionaire where they were like, call your friend, and your friend's like, I don't know. All right, mother dearest, what is your favorite holiday cookie?
So I'm more savory than sweet. So actually, Carrie, that sounded good with having the walnuts in there. But I will say I like a good shortbread. And my mom, she used to be a home ec teacher. No one can bake like my mom. And that's your grandma, man. That's your grandma. You were just at her house yesterday.
Oh my God,
I got two extra
now.
points for the family relation.
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding.
Grandma and grandpa? Come on.
She does these green and red they're just plain old shortbread, but they're just the perfect kind of British shortbread. You dunk it in a little tea, you're good to go.
And that's your time.
Love
Perfect. Tina, what about you? What Christmas cookie has you feeling festive?
Okay, my favorite, hands down, is my sister makes Spritz cookies every year. And I don't like everybody's Spritz cookies, but my sister has this recipe that is just, they're like a shortbread in that they melt in your mouth when you eat them. And they just have like the littlest bit of sprinkles on to make them, you know, festive for the holiday. And they are just the best. Like, that's my favorite. And that's when I think of Christmas cookies, that's what I think.
Never heard of that.
Spritz cookies with a little machine and you squeeze them out on the tray.
Oh, okay. Yep.
You know, and they're like, they have little shapes like trees or little poinsettias. And went dark.
No. And you went dark.
Well, that's your time, Tina. Okay, don't come for me, but my favorite is the red and green shortbread cookies that Grandma makes, hands down. And listen, I didn't give Mom extra points because we had the same cookie. I felt like that was unfair.
Kara, you know his mom's gonna win this. Come on.
I'm just saying they are legendary. It is like
they are legendary.
Simple, like it's a very simple cookie.
We've never discussed that, but now that we have, I will have to have Matt drop some at your doorstep for both.
Listen, Mom and I have gotten into a few fights over the years, but there's definitely been multiple fights about who's eating the shortbread cookies from the cookie platter that Grandma makes.
When my mom brings the cookie tray, people like sneak over to try and take all those off of it.
Those are the first to go. Like, it's like, move over sugar, move over gingerbread. Where are the red and green shortbread cookies? Where are
gingerbread?
So. All right, next up we have best activity. What's your favorite holiday, winter activity, Christmas activity? Tina, we're back to you first.
Oh, me? Okay, so I'm gonna say my favorite Christmas activity is probably decorating the house for Christmas, because it is the one time of year that my house gets to be as extra as I am.
I like it.
So it's all blingy and sparkly and I love it. So yeah. So I'm going to say decorating my house for the holidays.
Yes.
I like that. I can't relate because it sounds like a lot of work, and I God bless you. But like, I mean, look at, that's like a bow connected to garland on the bookcase, and that is the extent of my decoration. So going back to Mom, who I didn't give extra points for the shortbread connection. I'm keeping it unbiased, but what is your favorite activity in the winter festive season?
So I would say, and unfortunately we didn't do it this year, just with timing and everything, or I should say yet, but Cleveland Playhouse, which is now in Playhouse Square, has that Festival of the Trees. And so we would always take Matt and Annalise when they were little, all through the years, and Mark's girls would join us all through the years. And even Annalise's little ones have joined us since it's been a Playhouse Square, because they carried on the tradition. It's just a Playhouse Square now. So I just love that, because I love the history of Playhouse Square and of the Cleveland Playhouse, which I heard is going to be demolished, which is a sad tragedy. But regardless, I just love doing that, because you look at all the way people decorate and sponsor these trees, and just all the different, you think you couldn't see.
And that's your time. And that's your time. But that's beautiful. Carrie, what about you? What do you like doing during the holidays? Best activity?
Okay, when we were younger, we used to go see the Nutcracker every year, which I enjoyed. Yeah. Then that got a little expensive. Yeah. So I switched, and now I actually like shopping for Christmas presents for other people. I hate shopping for myself, not for Christmas presents, but I mean, I just hate shopping. But for other people, I love it. I love planning it. I love just walking around the stores. I love it. Other than that, I'm not a joiner, so forget
it. I gotta ask, since you love giving presents, was there one for me? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Matt, cookies.
Put in the chat. Put in the chat. What kind of cookies? And I'll give you some extra points. I want to know. Will there be shortbread cookies? That's really all I want to know.
Chocolate chip.
Oh, that's good. That's
Carrie is about a good chocolate chip. That's true.
Thank you, Ann.
What was I gonna say? Best activity. Oh my gosh, what is it? Oh, I had it on the tip of my tongue. It is. Oh, it's the drinks. It's the coffee flavors. It's the alcohol flavors. The mocha, the peppermint, the eggnog, the gingerbread, the other mocha, the white mocha, the whatever, the caramel, the chestnut praline, the creme de mint. I mean, it's all over. I love it. I think it's the best time of year for a flavor king that I self-describe myself as. So moving on to topic 4, best Christmas movie. Carrie, we're going right back to you.
Okay, now you have your cult classic, A Very Brady Christmas. Okay, so that's in one category. Then you have your other ones. You've got your White Christmas, Christmas in Connecticut, and you got your Meet Me in St. Louis that does hit the Christmas at the end, and then White Christmas. Now I had trouble picking, so I'm going with A Very Brady Christmas.
That's so
I like how the prompt was like, what's the best movie? And you were like, I'm just going to name all these movies I like and then pick a best. Like,
that's right. That's right. Well, she's hoping to connect, Matt.
Yeah.
Like me, I need one
You have to do the comparison of A Very Brady Christmas to all the classics. You always go for Brady.
Mm-hmm. To quote the show, sure, Jan. Anyone get that's only I guess only Carrie. Everyone else is like, what?
You know what? I missed it because I was just laughing at the Very Brady still.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Moving on. Mother, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Okay. I don't even know if you guys have heard of it, and it's really so lame, but it just is the one that gets me the belly laughs because it's the most relatable to me. Home for the Holidays. It's whatchamacallit. What's his name that plays Iron Man? Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Holly Hunter. And it's just the awkwardness of going to the weird, the weird relatives and grandma flashing you unintentionally and just all that kind of stuff. And it's just not that my mom's done that to me. It never happened. But
so relatable.
Your cookies.
It's such a dysfunctional, relatable Christmas compared to all those ones that you love. And you're like, yeah, but that's so not real. That's just not how it happens.
And that's your time. All right, Tina, close us out. What is the best film Xmas related?
Yeah, Tina.
So here's my problem, because I, like Carrie, have categories of favorite movies, right? So like I'm going to go totally different than you guys, because I'm going to go with what is my all-time favorite, and I have to watch it every year, is A Year Without a Santa Claus, because I can't go through a Christmas without the heat miser and the snow miser. The songs are amazing. I'll have a blue Christmas, the girl coloring with the blue crayon and the tear coming down her face.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like all the emotions of Christmas right there in A Year Without a Santa Claus. So that's my vote for best Christmas movie.
Tina, we just watched that yesterday.
It's the best.
Yeah.
I don't know when I've seen that.
He's got friends that have never seen it and don't know what it is. And he's like, how do they have a childhood where they never saw that movie? I'm like, right? How do they have a childhood?
Abused.
As in typical Tina fashion, a very dramatic selection. I mean,
Right?
A
Always
Year
a
Without Santa escalating the situation.
Right.
I think my mom has seen this. I don't know if the other two of you have. It's a Cartoon Network movie called Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
Oh,
in
I
which,
used to love that song.
Well, it's an animated show in which basically Grandma gets run over by a reindeer. She owns a company, and apparently her daughter-in-law is trying to steal the company for Grandma. So it's like a murder mystery for 7-year-olds on Cartoon Network, and it's kind of intense. And it's just so, it's really I don't know. It's like, what were you drinking? What were you on that you were like, let's take a classic song, Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer, and turn it into this dramatic, mystery Carmen Sandiego plot line.
Even the song is dramatic, Matt. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. When you really are listening to it, you're like, wow. I mean,
well, it sounds like it's an accident, maybe a hit and run, but an accident one.
She was drinking too much eggnog. They blamed her. Blame the victim.
Wow, victim blame. Well, that's just 1940s for you right there. That's the time of the song. I mean, Speaking of songs, it's time for our last category, which is best commercial songs. So this is kind of my idea behind this was more modern, probably being Judy Garland forward, to be honest with you. But I'd like to hear what you got. Tina, you're starting us out this round.
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is an easy one for me. I mean, there are so many commercially great Christmas songs, but for me, it will always be George Michael, Last Christmas. I mean,
Love it.
Drop the mic. Is there a better song out there? No. And his version, like all these covers, no. It's got to be the George Michael version. I mean, the man was super talented and gone too soon. And my first big crush on a like rock star, you know, except that like clearly he was never gonna go for me. But clearly,
It's so funny.
right? But I love George Michael. Still love George Michael to this day. Gone too soon. So yeah, Last Christmas. That's my vote.
You better be hoping Dave Grohl isn't watching this, because I think he'd be very upset that he was not number one on your list.
He is
Tina.
under my Foo Fighters shirt. So
I know, but
Yeah.
you did say, you know, George Michael's number one. Moving on.
He was my first when I was 16 or 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I bought that CD. I bought the CD of Last Christmas.
Wait, what are those? What are those?
Exactly. See?
Square or triangle? I can't remember. How do those look?
You could decorate your house with them. They're shiny.
A Christmas tree. We could get a
That's
Play on
right.
Square
Right?
Christmas
A
tree of
CD.
CDs.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that next year. All right, Mrs. Rebar, what about you? What is your favorite commercial song?
Well, and so I'm just hearing this topic now. I didn't know it was quote unquote commercial, but I'm going to go with it. But Tina, I'm all about that life. I love that song too. And I remember when Annalise was heartbroken when she won a dance competition to George Michael and was devastated that she didn't have a chance because he was gay. And I'm like, well, he could have been your, he could have been
We
your dad.
all had that moment.
Okay, Natalie Merchant, Children Go Where I Send Thee. Love it.
Oh, yeah,
love
that's a
it.
That is a great song. I
That
will
comes
give you-
on. So I think
Never
that
heard
was
it.
right, Tina, even though it might not have been this big seller or like a lot of
It was
people.
not a big seller, but you know what? We sang that in chorus when I was in 8th grade. And I remember like it was amazing because it was this song that like we had never heard that song
It's
before. And we were
beautiful.
singing it
love
and I loved it. Like that was my favorite song that we sang in chorus in 7th and 8th grade.
Yeah.
And yeah, when Natalie Merchant covered it, I was like,
God.
it's my song.
It's the best. I love that one so
Great
much.
song.
That comes on because it gets a little like jazzy, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Yep.
All right, and that leaves.
I have no points because Matt probably doesn't know it. Go ahead, Carrie.
3 points from Mom.
You should
I don't know it either.
Carrie, close us out. What is your favorite commercial song?
Okay, so I went with one that evokes memories, not so much of Christmas, but of a point in time. And it was Band-Aid. Remember that song?
Yes.
Yeah. So that one, whenever I hear that one, I like that. It always reminds me of Christmas and being younger. But
Do they know it's Christmas? Sorry.
yeah, not that version of it, but okay. And then we have, I like that Kelly Clarkson one.
I do too. I like it.
Yeah, that one. I like that one.
Underneath the tree.
That's the one. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, see, I should have Ann in the background singing like, hit it. Yeah, those are my two. I'll go with Band-Aid over the other one, but I like
That's
the
a
other
good
one.
one too. I do like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote down 3. Last Christmas. So
Okay.
Tina and I are on the same page there. I wrote down Happy Xmas War is Over because a children's choir can be hit and miss, but it does it. It works for me there. And I had to write down Sarah McLachlan's God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. That's a snazzy, especially towards the end when they're like, God rest you, God rest you, God rest. It's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's good. Huh?
All right. Well,
Was Natalie Merchant number 4, Matt? Was that number 4?
number 40. Well, it was very festive to say the least. And here's how it shook out. So with 26 points, My Dear Mother. With 25 is Carrie. And Tina, you got 30 points. You're the winner today. You did it. You were festive. You had great answers. You were on top of it. You had jokes. You had info. You had a personal history. And I think if Mom won twice in a row, that might be unfair to everybody. So,
Absolutely.
so Mom, great answers. Carrie, great answers. But Tina, you're the one going home with a prize.
Carrie, did you see those jazz hands Tina was giving us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, my cookies didn't get me many points, but whatever.
Still
So
would
Matt,
like them.
No chocolate chip cookies for you, brother.
I get gingerbread instead. Oh, I get a fruitcake. I'm gonna get a Carrie fruitcake. That's what I'm gonna get. Tina, any words? This is your moment.
just like to say, I'm so excited that I won. I really thought I was the long shot tonight. So I'm very excited, very excited.
Yeah.
So thank you, thank you.
Long
You
shot,
didn't even
Tina,
need
you
that.
were.
You didn't even need that bonus point. I mean, you blew away the competition tonight. So
Wait,
Oh.
Carrie, did you notice the earrings? It's hoops with disco balls.
Disco balls.
I
Disco
did
ball.
notice the earrings. I felt that it was a blatant try for extra points. I'm not appreciating it, but
Yeah.
whatever. I'm wearing hula hoops next time.
Yeah.
yeah, we need a little bit more
thought
drama.
I thought my motion light situation would get me points. No.
Yeah.
No.
It
Kept
looks
going
like you're in a
darker.
blackout, and it's like very difficult to see you.
East side problems. East side problems.
I think you should get a ring light for
Cider.
Christmas. Maybe someone will bring you a ring light for Christmas.
I
It
was
could be
double checking
even-
gifts for mom. I could throw in a ring light if you'd like a ring light for Christmas.
I know. I forgot that when I came down here that we had not replaced this yet. Because Dad wants to switch it out and put a fan light in there.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We were
Oh,
dealing.
well, let me close it up because we're technically still filming. Well,
are we?
thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to get this outro done, and it's like.
Good thing you're editing.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'll remember, to be honest. I might forget, and then I'll watch it and be like, "Oh gosh, I should have cut all this." Thank you so much for joining us on a Christmas Pop It. I hope this was just what you needed for the holiday season, and we'll have to have you three on. I know we've talked about doing a generational Pop It.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yes. Stella is still all about it, so we got to get that going.
Yeah, the girls. So we'll have to bring in the new year with one.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's plan for January because if we're gonna get it done because we're talking about that for like a year and a half now. So we gotta make some moves. That's for sure. So thank you.